So last time we met, Rose, we were talking about you returning to school. How's that going?
School itself is going really good. Um, I like my classes. I'm enjoying the program. Um, I think I may have underestimated, the other things about going back to school, like money and stress stuff. I'm struggling with stuff like that.
So what do you mean that you're struggling with? You're struggling with not having enough money? Is that
Yeah, well, because I'm not a funded student through my band, I had to get an OSAP loan to go to school. Um, and they really messed up my first semester finances because they had given me the breakdown, the list of what I'd be getting for each semester, and so when the deposit came in, I did my budget out for the whole year, and a few weeks into school, I got a message from the school that my tuition hadn't been paid, and so I had to pay the tuition out of what OSAP sent me. They were supposed to pay it directly, and they didn't.
okay?
So, and of course, by the time that'll happen, I don't have enough left in my account to cover the tuition. So I paid them what I had left, and then I had to borrow the rest from my mother. And my mother's on an old age pension. She doesn't have a lot of money either.
Right.
So that kind of screwed me over for the first semester. And then, and then that's when I had to look for a part-time job as
Okay.
well. And at least in that regard, I was fortunate enough. I There was a posting in my community for a gas bar attendant, and working at the gas bar, um, when I came in to do my interview, they when they asked me why I wanted this job, I mean, nobody aspires to work at a gas bar, especially at my age. But I just told them, I said, I'm going back to school. I need something with flexible hours. I can do the job. It's not a problem. So yeah, so I got the job at the gas bar, and they schedule my work hours around my school hours.
Nice.
So that helps, but I mean, it's minimum wage, and me being, the last hire that they've done, I get the least amount of hours. So I mean, like I said, it helps, but it still doesn't cover everything that I need to do.
So are you planning on taking courses in the summer as well?
Um, I would really like to, but I have all my electives already for my classes, so
Okay.
there's really nothing offered in the summer that I need to take.
Okay.
So,
So what will you do for work in the summer?
well, right now I'm kind of focused on trying to get all my assignments done
Hmm.
because we have like what 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that left, and so right now my focus is on just getting through the next couple of weeks, and and then yeah, I'm gonna have to start looking for work. I had already talked to a couple of offices here in my community, but nobody's called me back. Like I'd gone to see some of the other managers that I worked with before to see if they had anything like I know there was one office that had a vacancy that they needed. I just went and offered to help fill in until they got somebody rehired, and they never called me back.
Okay.
And then somebody else I had gone to go see, she was looking for kind of like an office assistant to help her just get organized and stuff, and then
Right.
she never called me back. So I've just been different places, different offices that I go. If I run into people, I'll just kind of mention that, if you have anything, you need anything for, coming up for the spring, that I'm available. But I don't hear anything back. So, um,
Have you redone your resume so you're ready to send it out if you need to?
not yet. I do have, um, I do have like a template to
Hmm.
redo my resume, but I haven't worked on it yet.
Okay.
So right now I'm just trying to get through work and school and everything else. Just
It'll, you'll get to it.
yeah.
So when you're looking for work this summer, do you have a goal in mind that you want to kind of work towards? Is there somewhere specific you'd like to work?
Um, I don't think at this point I can afford to be that picky.
Okay.
I mean, normally students are applying for summer jobs in the winter, and I didn't do that.
Right.
And I was actually reluctant anyways to apply for summer jobs because I think as an adult student, um, I'm kind of of the mind that the summer employment positions created for post-secondary students are for the kids,
Right.
and so I don't want to take away from that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I there's a lot of things I could do
Mm-hmm.
that I should do, and I haven't yet.
Right, because you've been busy with.
I've been busy, and I get overwhelmed really easily, and something that might be just like regular everyday run of the mill things that people do. Those kinds of things just like it flusters me really easily, and it's frustrating, really frustrating because that never used to happen to me before. I used to be able to just um, you know do what had to be done.
Right.
And now I second guess um, to the point of inaction, like where I just don't do anything, and I just sit and go like, oh my god, what am I doing?
So, there is a employment office in your community?
There is, um, there is an employment office here, but I'm not sure because I'm in the middle of my studies if I qualify for any of their funding.
Okay. So, have you been to Elliott Lake? I know there's an employment office in Elliott Lake and also in Espanola.
I haven't gone right into the offices to do much, but I do check their websites online.
Okay.
For the job postings.
Okay.
I have I have a whole bunch of online job listings, like for the federal government, provincial government, Service Canada,
Mm-hmm.
um, a couple of other ones like online boards and stuff.
Right.
So I do keep an eye on them and try and watch for the postings.
Right.
But again, like I said, nothing has come out of the few that I have sent out.
Right.
So
So I do know that Children's Aid is hiring case aides. So basically, what you'd be doing is writing up care care of plan of cares, and also working with the teams and doing other work that is necessary that sometimes caseworkers don't have time to do.
Oh,
and there's summer jobs for students.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. I'm also not sure if NOG has any funding right now, but they may also be have some positions available for students as well. And I know that you wanted to save them for the high school or the post-secondary students, but sometimes they're really great opportunities just to get your feet wet and see if that's something you're interested in doing.
Yeah, well, NOG has also, again, I haven't taken the time to go see them, but I'm sure once I do, something will come up because, excuse me, they had a posting out just after Christmas where they were looking for volunteer drivers that they would pay like the gas and stipend, whatever. And I guess drivers and like to take the kids to their supervised visits and stuff. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, the opportunities are out there. It's just me getting done, like getting things done, and I get so overwhelmed, like I said, to the point of I just don't do anything.
Right.
And
well, you're almost done though. You said another couple weeks, and then you're done school, and you'll have until the end of August off, so you'll go back in September.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I'm hoping over the summer that I can kind of just reorganize my thoughts and get a little more focused, maybe. Because things yeah, like right now I just feel so, it must be just the time of year maybe too. Like I just feel so overwhelmed and so, um, I always feel like I'm rushing from one place to the next and not quite doing what I need to get done.
Okay.
And if I am just sitting, my mind is racing, thinking of what am I supposed to be doing? What should I be doing? What could I be doing? Like the fact that I'm, sitting here doing nothing is like that can't be right. So
So other than you are looking for a job right now, is there any potential with your employer that you have right now for a few more hours? Is that something that's available?
I think there will be some coming up. I've noticed in the last few weeks that business is starting to pick up. Like my shift, I work a closing shift in the evenings. We extended our closing hours from 8 till 10, and when I first started working, it was very quiet after 8 because nobody knew we were open. It was a nice, easy, leisurely pace, and I mean I like that because it's not so stressful. But since then, I've noticed that business is picking up in the evenings. I've had some daytime shifts where they're like, I can't even believe how busy they are. It's you're standing on your feet for 7 hours a day, and you've got a lineup all day.
Wow.
And um, so what they've done is they've gotten a second till they're going to open, and they're going to have another 6 hour shift, like kind of in the middle of the day.
Okay.
To work, like to do just the gas part of the business, to just kind of keep people moving quicker. So they've got a posting out now for 2 more clerks. And with that, and I had let my supervisor know that, until they get fully staffed, that I could pick up. Like I was more than happy to pick up some more hours.
Great.
So she seemed okay with that, but I mean, we'll see what happens.
Great.
Because like I said, I'm still, the last man that got hired, so she has to give all the other available hours to the ones that came before me.
Right.
So, we'll see.
So then they are going to hire more people. So then your seniority will continue to go up.
A little bit.
Nice.
A little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And school's going okay?
Yeah, school is going not bad. Like I said, right now I'm just feeling the crunch to get assignments done. I'm a little bit behind right now in a couple of things that I'm hoping to have done, today, tomorrow. And then once those two things are done, then I'm all caught up again, and I'll have I think just two more big assignments due like in a couple of weeks, so I have time to stay, well, hopefully to stay ahead, or at least get done on time.
Right.
So
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And your organization, how's that going?
Well, I could do better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do better, but again, it's I don't know. I just feel like I'm in survival mode right now. That
To get done. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe before you go back next semester, we can have a conversation about what that can look like, and then you can decide if there's other types of, like, if you want to use different electronics or a different paper agenda or whatever, and we can make a plan around that so you don't feel like you're.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely have to do something. Like I use my phone a lot for dates and appointments.
Mhm.
And I think so far this semester I've only missed one.
Okay.
Actually two, because I got my work hours mixed up last week. And then I have a paper one, a calendar that I have all my assignments and due dates written down.
Mhm.
But again, I mean, it's only effective if you look at it.
Yeah.
And I know I've been, well, earlier in the year and last semester there was one one assignment that was due that, I got to class and she's like, okay, where's your stuff? And I looked at, I'm like, what stuff? She's like, you have an assignment due today. And I looked on my little calendar and I'm like, oh, look at that, we do. I was like, whoops. All right, I'll get right on that.
You forgot to look at it
Yeah,
and see what was due.
yeah. So I mean, like I'm trying to keep a better eye on it now, and but again, like I said, now just overwhelmed because I I know what the due dates are. I know what's due. I know what I need to get done, and it's like a little black cloud that hangs over my head because I know it's there. I know what I want to do with it. Um, it's just I, sometimes I just feel like I'm frozen into like inaction. Like I just
Can't move forward.
yeah, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Um, I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe going back to school. Maybe it's it's more I think than what I expected it to be
Right.
because school used to be easy for me. Um, so I never learned study skills. I never learned time management. I never learned organizational skills because I would just go to school, sit and listen in class, get my stuff done, and I never thought about how that happened. I just did it.
Right.
And of course now going back to school all these years later, um, it doesn't come that easily anymore. So now I have to put in a little more effort, a little more work, and I never learned how to do any of that stuff.
So there are some opportunities at the school if you're interested. Then I can help you um, hook up with some. Rena, for example, she is really great at helping people figure out some time management. She'll give you lots and lots and lots of tips on study skills and just different things that maybe you didn't think of if you're interested in that.
Oh, I definitely would be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what I'll do is I will give Rena a call and see if we can't get something set up so that you would have an opportunity to meet with her. And I can facilitate that if you want, or I can come with you if
That'd
you.
be great.
Yeah, and then,
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah.
yeah. So what about we do that? And then how about we kind of come up with a plan so that once you're done the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we can have a conversation and figure out kind of your next steps to finding another position so that you are able to maybe put some money away for next year, and then you don't have to worry so much when your OSAP comes in, and if anything goes
Yeah.
wonky again, you'll be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be good.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, would you like to meet again in another little bit, or do you want to wait till you're finished school and then?
Yeah, probably maybe shortly after we're done.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, I'm so focused right. I'm trying to get so focused right now on the deadlines of what I have to do. So
Right.
yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about today? Was there anything else you felt you need to discuss right now, or?
No, I think we covered a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.